What's up, guys? It's Jeremy Sullivan. I'm really excited to show you today the Sonoma 2 model by MI Homes in Chapel Crossing in Wesley Chapel. I love this foyer. Sometimes you walk in a home and it just feels really small, but the foyer connects upstairs with downstairs, and there's a pretty cool loft up there as well. Now, this model home has a decent amount of trim work and upgrades. I'm going to spend some time talking about that because not everything you see in this model home you may or may not be able to get with the actual home. MI Homes is a semi-custom builder, meaning you can pick the options that are important to you and disregard the ones that aren't. So they have this listed as a flex space. They're using it as formal dining in the model. It's about 11 by 12 feet. So up here on our right, we have the utility room, and they have a sink and cabinets in here as well, which of those are upgrades, but I think those are well worth the money. And if you go past the utility room, that is where the builder is using as an office. Obviously, we're not going to check that now, but there's another option to kind of extend the garage to add additional parking as well. You know, with storage with a home, I probably say in all my videos, but you can never have too much storage with a home, especially having 3 kids, a big family. You definitely need that extra storage. So this kitchen, the rough measurements are about 12 by 13. I love the waterfall quartz countertop there. And there's also an option to extend the cabinetry into the cafe area, I guess kind of the breakfast nook. It's a fun little space they use the Harry Potter room for. And this kitchen also has the gourmet kitchen options. You got the pot filler there, which is pretty cool. And we have the butler's pantry as well. I would definitely use a butler's pantry as my coffee area, but it's nice if you're entertaining too. It gives you a place to kind of stage and set things up. Here's the pantry itself. Huge pantry. Super functional if you have a large family. You don't want to be hitting up Publix, Costco every single day. You stockpile groceries. I play a good amount of hide and seek with my kids, and I'm a bigger boy, so I would definitely be taking advantage of that space as well. If you watch my other videos, you know I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. For me, that's the heart and soul of a home. You know, I can imagine, you know, cooking pancakes with my kids on Saturday morning here, you know, hosting for the holidays and that sort of thing. I really love the finishes they've chosen here too. The larger stainless steel sink and the brown cabinetry with the complements the white very nicely, in my opinion. It's you know, gives it some personality, but also a timeless look. So a lot of my buyers ask me, what upgrades should we do with the home now, and then what should we do after the fact? In my opinion, if you have if it's in the budget, I would upgrade the kitchen ahead of time. It makes more dollars and cents to get the work done before you close. And there's other upgrades, you know, maybe you do post-closing or, you know, a couple years down the road. But it's definitely nice to move into the home and have the kitchen, you know, fully tricked out the way you want to. So this family area is about 13 by 21 feet. You know, it's pretty massive. You can have the oversized couch, plenty of room to gather. And the builder does offer some options about extending the lanai to a variety of sizes. And for me, it kind of depends on what you're planning on doing with the home. If you want to put in a pool post-closing, you know, that's going to be a waste of money. But if you're not pool people, you just want to use a community pool, they actually have a pretty sweet lazy river here, then definitely extend the lanai. It's in Florida, you know, it's so hot outside in the summertime, so it's definitely nice to have that extra shade area. And I love how the builder too, they put tile all the way up to the ceiling in the bathroom. You don't see that all the time with some builders, especially level 1 builders, so it's definitely a nice, super classy touch. So this downstairs bedroom is about 12 by 12 feet. So it's a good size, you know, if grandma's in town staying for the holidays, she can have her own space and you can be tucked away upstairs. Also, personally, I would love to use that for a home office. You know, sometimes working upstairs, you know, with the kids playing, it gets a little bit distracting. Your kitchen, or excuse me, the closet's pretty standard size. Not the biggest closet you will find, but definitely not the smallest. A lot of my buyers ask where Wesley Chapel is in proximity to other parts of Tampa Bay. We're just north of downtown Tampa, and depending on which beach you want to go to, you're looking at an hour to 2 hours. There's some beaches probably closer and definitely some beaches further away, but that's kind of a good little ballpark estimate. So downtown Tampa is about 35 minutes away. Obviously rush hour traffic, or if there's an accident, I would plan for more time. That's a good little estimate. And Wesley Chapel's changed a lot. When I first moved to Wesley Chapel, my wife and I would drive down to Seminole Heights or downtown to grab a bite to eat. There wasn't really a lot going on, but now there's a bunch of, we got the big chain restaurants as well as some local restaurants as well. There's Crate, which is kind of an outdoor food hall concept, and there's also really kind of a ton of shopping. There's the Tampa Premium Outlet Mall that's adjacent, the Wiregrass Mall, So I really love the size of this loft. It's about 20 by about 17. When I was looking for houses with my wife, that's one of the big debates that we had, you know, do you need a loft or not? But I think it's great, you know, with kids, you can kind of have tucked away, they can have a place to play in their toys when they're small and guests don't necessarily see it. But then as they get older, teenagers, you know, they can play at home and, you know, have like a safe place to hang out with their friends, but still have, you know, reasonable amount of privacy. So this bedroom here is about 12 by about 16. Their interior designers definitely bold with some of their choices. And you know, I'm not 100% sold on that yellow and yellow, but hey, I think I have a lot of buyers who have remarked about it in the past, loving it. So everyone has their own different taste. So I neglected to mention it, the tray ceilings and wet bar in the loft are upgrades. And obviously for the sake of the video, I can't go through and list off every single upgrade there is. But this home is loaded to the hilt with upgrades. So it's definitely good to have a plan before you go to the design center about what's important to you and what's not. You don't want to get your loan estimate and have a sticker shock. And some upgrades definitely make sense. I think we mentioned the kitchen downstairs. You know, probably the wet bar makes sense to put in if that's important to you. But other upgrades may not. Like the light fixtures, I would do that post-closing, save a little money. Generally speaking, you can put your own personality on it and have a handyman complete those pretty quickly. So this room here is about 12 by about 13 feet and it has a pretty decent walk-in closet as well. In My Home has a variety of incentives right now. They have some quick moving options with some pretty solid discounts there. And then also they have some incentives for using their preferred lender as well as far as design center credits. I don't want to list them exactly in this video because they change all the time and I don't want to talk to someone a year from now. They're like, oh, well, you said, Jeremy, we got this and this. But you know, I do work with all the builders and it's part of my job to negotiate as aggressively as possible. And also to have a pretty good understanding of what things you can negotiate for and what things you can't. A good realtor should understand the amount of leverage and the market pretty well. So this back room is listed by 10 by 13. It is adjacent to the primary suite as well. Has a pretty legit walk-in closet. That's so important because oftentimes, you know, I have buyers like, you know, why are the kids' closets so small? And it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, when my daughters were born, I think I tell you guys all the time, they were born with more shoes than I've ever had. So you definitely want a place where your kids can feel comfortable and have the storage and be organized. It's hard to be organized when you don't have enough storage space. So this primary suite's roughly 16 by 22. They have a good amount of furniture here and it still feels really large to me. And there's an option to put in tray ceilings in the owner's seat too. I love that look. It's nice and it complements a nice light fixture well. You know, sometimes you're in a home, it just feels like a flat box, which is fine, but it's always nice to have character and personality. So there's an option too to have a freestanding tub in the owner's suite. That's pretty cool. I love that rainfall shower too. It's definitely on my list for my next house. This walk-in closet in the back is pretty massive. It keeps going and going. And if you didn't need the space, you can really turn that bedroom that's adjacent to the owner's suite into another closet too. Maybe that's a little bit overboard, but it's definitely a possibility down the road. So I neglected to introduce myself. My name is Jeremy Sullivan. I'm a broker here at Stillwater Properties in Tampa Bay. And one of the things I specialize in is new construction. I love representing my buyers in these processes and negotiate them the best deal possible. If you guys have questions about this home or anything else, my cell phone's in the description. I'm happy to talk or text. Thanks a lot, guys.